Welcome back to our channel, The Gastronomic Groove. Today, we're diving into a sumptuous seafood boil. This one-pot wonder is a flavorful fusion of the ocean's finest: succulent shrimps, tender crabs, indulgent lobsters, and sea-tasting clams. But we're not stopping there. We're also adding in some corn on the cob and red potatoes for an earthy balance, smoked sausage for a bit of a kick, and a special seasoning mix that'll take your taste buds on a journey down to Louisiana. So, get your aprons on, groovers, and let's gather these ingredients. It's time to on a culinary adventure. Now that we have our ingredients ready, it's time to get our hands dirty and start the magic. Our first step in creating this culinary masterpiece is to bring a large pot of water to a rolling boil. This pot is our canvas, and the water, our base. Size matters here, so opt for the biggest pot you can find. You want enough room for all the goodness we're about to add. Next, we stir in our secret weapon, the seasoning. This is where we infuse the water with a symphony of flavors that will permeate every morsel of our seafood boil. We're talking about a blend of spices that pack a punch, including bay leaves, smoked paprika, cayenne pepper, and a generous amount of chopped garlic. Don't be shy, let's get that flavor party started. Once the seasoning is thoroughly mixed in, it's time to layer in our hearty ingredients. We start with the potatoes. These starchy delights will absorb all that spicy goodness and become little flavor bombs in their own right. Give them a head start by letting them bask in the boiling brew for about 10 minutes. Next, we add the corn and sausage. The corn adds a sweet contrast to the spicy broth, while the sausage brings a savory richness that's downright irresistible. These ingredients need about 5 to 7 minutes to reach their full potential. Here's a handy tip: layering these ingredients isn't just for show. It's a strategic move that ensures each element cooks evenly and absorbs the maximum amount of flavor. This is the heart of our boil, the foundation upon which we'll build our seafood extravaganza. And with that, we've set the stage for our seafood. Ready to dive in? Now comes the star of our show, the seafood. Let's dive into the intricate dance of adding our sea treasures to the pot. Remember, timing is everything here. We wouldn't want to overcook our delicate seafood, would we? Let's lead with our hard-shelled buddies, the clams and mussels. These little gems need a bit more time to open up and soak in the flavorful broth. Just gently nestle them into the simmering concoction, and let's give them a head start of about 5 minutes. Now it's time to introduce our crustacean friends, the crab and lobster. Their robust shells act as a barrier, demanding a little extra time to let the flavors seep in. We want every bite to be a taste explosion, don't we? So, in they go, joining our clams and mussels in this boiling party. After another 5 minutes, it's time for the shrimp to take the plunge. Shrimp cook quickly, turning a delightful pink when they're ready. So we'll drop them in, making sure they're fully submerged in our aromatic broth. Last, but certainly not least, the scallops. These delicate morsels only need a minute or two to cook. We'll add them at the very end, ensuring they remain tender and juicy. As we add each type of seafood, the broth becomes an ocean of flavors, each ingredient contributing its own unique taste. The seafood absorbs the tangy, spicy, and savory notes from the broth, transforming into a symphony of flavors that'll make your taste buds dance. Remember, the key to a perfect seafood boil lies in the order and timing. Each addition is a careful step in crafting a dish that's more than just a meal, it's an experience. Because let's face it, there's something incredibly satisfying about diving into a pot full of perfectly cooked seafood, isn't there? With our seafood simmering away, we're just moments away from a mouth-watering feast. So, get ready to roll up your sleeves and dive in, because this is going to be one unforgettable seafood extravaganza. And now, the moment we've all been waiting for, it's time to serve and savor our delicious seafood boil. First, drain the flavorful broth from your pot, being careful to reserve some for those who enjoy their seafood with an extra splash of savory goodness. The aroma wafting up from the pot is the first reward for your culinary efforts. Now, with the help of a slotted spoon, transfer the seafood and its accompaniments onto a large serving platter. The vibrant colors of the cooked seafood, corn, potatoes, and sausage create a feast for the eyes that's almost as satisfying as the feast itself. Don't forget the extras. Remember, a seafood boil is as much about the experience as it is about the food. So, set out some melted butter, cocktail sauce, and a few wedges of fresh lemon. A squeeze of lemon juice can brighten the natural flavors of the seafood, while a dip into the butter or sauce adds a decadent touch that's hard to resist. Encourage everyone to dig in and get their hands a little messy. That's part of the fun after all. Remember to pile the empty shells high and keep the napkins handy. There you have it, groovers, a seafood boil that's sure to impress. As we wrap up this culinary journey, we hope you're as excited to try this recipe as we were to share it. Don't be shy. Dive in, get your hands dirty, and let us know how your seafood boil turns out. We're always here, ready to swap stories and tips in the comments. Give us a thumbs up if you enjoyed this video, hit that subscribe button to join our foodie family, and don't forget to follow us on Instagram at the Gastronomic Groove. Until next time, keep grooving and happy cooking, groovers.